Nigel and Sue, and we've spent the last few months exploring the amazing Northern Territory of Australia in our self-converted 4x4 Sprinter van. We're currently driving 2,500 kilometres for Nigel to take up some contract work in the middle of Western Australia. And this week we stop off in the beautiful beach town of Broome, where we catch up with some friends and enjoy an ocean swim. Subscribe to our channel and join us as we explore this vast, beautiful land. This is where we stayed last night. It's super windy. It's called Newman Cliff. And we've had this beautiful outlook over the cliffs. Had a great sunset here last night. Anyway, we're about to hit the road and make our way to Broome today. Yes! Swim in the ocean this afternoon. We are just making a little stop here. We were going to have lunch, but it's not really an appropriate spot. On the other side of the road here, there's a little memorial to Lisa Monroe, who died in a car accident close by here, and her family have put a memorial up, and they asked travellers to fill up some water into the barrel here, and then it's drip fed down here to feed this beautiful plant. So we have this jug of water which has got a crack in it. We've been carrying it as our emergency water, so we're going to donate that water into the barrel here. Gosh, it's absolutely full. How beautiful is that the barrel is full? So this is purely from travellers, and we just found this on Wikicamps and we were looking for somewhere to stop for lunch today. What a beautiful memorial. You see, Nigel, everything happens for a reason, and the universe works in mysterious ways. I don't mean that Lisa died for a reason, but I'm talking about our water bottle collapsing and breaking today.
Yeah, and it's gone to such a touching cause.
Our next stop was at the Willow Roadhouse, where we got a good idea of how far we still had to go. So we've seen this little cart here, and we're wondering if it's some Irish person pushing it around Australia. We eventually found the owner, Tony Mangan, who is walking around the world. Check him out on Facebook. This morning we are parked up at Ganthium Point, and it's almost low tide. So at low tide here apparently you can walk out and see dinosaur footprints.
She's a bit, how you going coming down here? Definitely wear your runners or,
Yeah, thongs weren't the best.
Jandals, thongs, not the best idea. Alright. Question is, and we're going to get there in time. There's no route notes for this one.
Maybe Nigel's made it out there. It's quite a precarious walk out across these rocks. Nigel's over there and he's giving me the thumbs up. Just have to get across these rocks. So this is the dinosaur footprint, one of the Megalosaurus brumensis. There's another one there.
Little toe.
Yeah. And I just found this one facing in the opposite direction. 2, 3. A bit hard to see because of where the sun is. We kind of decided they look better in shadows. Nigel's grabbing my butt as we stop it. As we stand and make a shadow.
One of the coolest things about Broome is that you can drive right onto the beach at Ganthium Beach. No four-wheel drive required. Just make sure you check the tides. We were very lucky that we were there as the tides were very low first thing in the morning and again at sunset.
And we've just spotted Max. So we've been carrying this tennis ball around for ages to give to Ockie. Nigel's just given it to him.
We also bumped into Carson and Maxine. It was great getting to meet them too.
They are travelling around Australia in this combi that is even older than I am. Yoo-hoo!
There. Legends. Carson and Matt.
Broome is very famous for the sunset camel procession along the beach. Not something we would choose to do, but it definitely makes for a great photo.
At sunset we drove down onto Cable Beach. This drive is a bit more tricky and you probably want to have a high clearance 4x4 to drive onto this beach.
Monroe Rocks night.
We watched the sunset and the camels with an old mate and then drove back across the rocks.
Good morning, friends. It's another beautiful day here at Broome on the beach, albeit a bit windy. Nigel is heading down to the water for a swim. It's not even 7 o'clock. We've got the kettle on. We're meeting some friends here for breakfast this morning, which should be really fun. Just going to have our last little moments in the water and then we are heading off to Newman. Thanks so much, Jess, for the awesome vegan big brekkie. It was delicious.
Oh yeah.
Saying farewell to the beach.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
Sadly, heading back.
We continue the journey, heading back inland and south. We found this free camp called Afghan Well, which was well set off the road and super peaceful.
And then, rain. This is the first rain we had seen since leaving the east coast, almost 3 months ago. Just past Port Hedland, we encountered this traffic jam just before the railway overpass. We pulled over to make coffee and waited out, but listening to our UHF radio, learned that there had been a fatal motor vehicle accident on the other side of the overpass and the road was going to be closed for several more hours at least. We checked on Google Maps and decided to try and find an alternative route.
The route we found was definitely sketchy, especially in the wet. Looking back, we were able to see the line of traffic still stopped on the bridge. We're off. Yo! Made it.
So there's all the trucks waiting to get through north. How far have we driven, Nige?
20 kilometres since older. Wow. These trucks are still on.
Eventually the sun tried to come out as we headed into the Pilbara region, which will be our home for the next month as Nigel takes up a flying contract. We stopped in at the Albert Tognolini Lookout, which is also a free camp for a view over the Hamersley Range, and got our first close look at the Western Australian wildflowers.
So here we are, guys, we've made it to Newman after all this sitting down in a driver's seat, passenger seat for the last week. I don't know how many kilometres we've done. Was it 2,500? Yeah, 2,500 k's from Darwin. Just hanging out for a bit of exercise, stretch the legs. So walking up to the Telegraph Lookout, which last year I don't know how many times I did it when I was working here. It's actually quite a good workout. We'll spin around, we're about only part way up.
And it gets steeper just up here.
Yeah. Probably tell with the breathing.
Steps have been washed away.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit hairy actually. There's been so much rain here. Okay, so we've made it to the top. As we pan out over Newman. The airport about 5 miles over that way.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Join us next time when Nigel goes off to work, and after 10 years I finally get to go in the helicopter with him. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.